So this will be end date. So
Okay.
you can change it. So you remember it's end date.
END.
No, end
right?
date. No, you will not have it end. You will call it end date because this is a field name. It's not a variable name.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this is So and the variable name is, if you go to the variable, I remember the name, so it's AE. You don't have to go AE EN
Okay. END. Okay.
EEN, again
D.
capital N, that.
Oh, somehow my
Always
caps
capital.
on is not working. Okay.
Variable name is always cap. EN
Yeah.
cat. DAT.
Yeah.
No, it's DAT, right? You remember dates
Okay.
are always cat.
Yeah. END DAT. Yeah, I missed it. Let's see.
Correct.
So much.
So
Yeah.
So then so your requirement is not that. Your requirement is start date should be so your requirement is start date. So just go to your requirement tab. Start date, just type and then we will see. Start date should be.
Okay, let me caps on. Should be
Should be on or before. It's not only prior, on or prior. Yes, on or prior to end date. Right? You'll remove the other part. So other part is actually for your next query.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is your requirement because this is what the programmer will see. So if you think about your programming training that you are doing as a programmer, you have been told your start date should be on or before to end date. Then you will write a program like okay, I cannot show you because later I will show you. So you will write a program saying end date EN, so AEN that.
Okay, so same in requirements we have to
No,
write?
requirements you don't have to tell because you are a data manager, you don't know programming, right? So
Yeah.
you don't know what your programmer going to do. So what
Okay.
you know is that this is the requirement I'm giving to the programmer, and the back end the programmer will program it. Okay. So the second part should not come in your query, and the query message is what you're sending to site. So can you say the start date must be, usually we said on or prior. We don't say before or same. Usually, so you need to on or prior. And you're telling site. So you will say after end date, you will say on or prior to end date, full stop. Then you say please correct.
Okay. Just like giving them instructions.
Yes. So these all you will remove.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I didn't have the idea. I know that what I should do, but like idea how to put, where to put.
Yeah, so this is what you will get in practice. So we will give, I will again give you some things, and then when you write the query and you send me, then I will correct and send you. Yeah, so that you will get a better idea of how you should write the query message. Yeah, like we had when I actually started my career, and I was working in an MNC, and in India they were starting data management, and India at that time, like I'm talking about 16 years back, they did not start data management in India. So this company from US, they started it, and they had actually trained us almost for a month only how to write this edit check document. They usually do three months training for everyone, and then the second month was only first month was CRF design, and the second month was only writing edit checks. Because it was so important for the company, because what happened is how you write your edit check, your investigators is seeing it, your site is seeing it. Okay. So that's why your like language, again, like usually if you are doing it in US, like they are quite touched with the language. So if you write something, they would say, oh, this query is not nice. I was not clear with this query. Okay. So that's why it's very important as a data manager to say what is the query message, and if that's clearer. Sometimes when you do complex studies and we write a query and we say, okay, I don't know whether everyone will understand it. I asked my peer data manager to say, can you read this and understand what the site has to do? Okay, this is a simple query where you just say, please correct. But sometimes the queries could be complex when we have protocol violation queries or others. Yeah. So that time you have to be very clear for the site to say what they have to do.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So the next,
the query is like you are telling the site like this has to be done like this.
So query messages when they have entered a wrong one, what we said, right? It's a it's a front end query, right? So when you are saying when they ended, they have entered end date and they save the data and the end date is prior to the start date, immediately they will get this message on their screen. Like sometimes when you do banking or you're in a bank, right? So when you're in a bank and you have entered a wrong PIN, right? You will get a message saying your PIN is wrong or error in entering PIN, right? If you are not clear in for example, if that message is not clear, the user will not know what the program what they want to correct him, right? So it's very important. So this is a message that the site will get from you your query. So that's why very important that this is a very clearly you want to tell them what they have to do. Okay. And then sometimes you have to, because this is a clinical trial, sometimes as a data manager, we have to also balance that you are not, then like this one, I will not say, please correct the end date. Because I don't know whether the mistake is in end date or the start date. Sometimes the data manager does this mistake. So in this query, they will write, please correct the end date. So that's not acceptable because you don't know what is the error. In this, the error could be start date as well. Yeah. So you should not you should be I think it's a balance that you should try to make them understand what is the error, but also you should not direct to the error. Yeah, because you don't know what is the data, so you should never direct them to the error. Okay. So the next one was about ongoing. So maybe you can add another row. And can you add the query for ongoing? You had another query, right? End date and ongoing should not be present.
Here I think I misread. Here.
No, you had it in the same query because that's not a same query. That this is for end date and start date. So that's why you can add another row. Just go to the end of the insert another Can you write that query? Maybe we can work together. So what is the ongoing, right?
Ongoing. And that should be on occur or ongoing?
I think it's on occur, but anyway, you just put it as ONG. You can keep it like this. It's okay.
And then.
So what is the requirement? Think about what is the requirement.
A requirement should be like ongoing cannot be after end date.
No, you cannot have ongoing at all, right? If end date is there.
Yeah, if end date is there shouldn't be.
So your requirement is end date and ongoing should not be present together. Yeah. So that is you're telling your programmer that end date and ongoing should not be present together. So the programmer will know, okay, I have to see that if end date and ongoing is present in my query. Sorry.
No problem.
No, should not be same date. It should not be present together.
It should not be present together. Okay.
Okay, and what will be the query message? So what will you tell the site so that they can understand what the mistake they have done?
Yeah, so we can say that end date and ongoing, there should be one present only. So we don't know which one is present right now. The start end date is present. So
no, so it's both present. So what you will tell them is you will tell them ended and ongoing has been entered. So maybe you can just type end, you will say end date because they have entered the data. So you say end date and ongoing, both. So you will start with both. Both end date and ongoing has been entered. Ended and ongoing both has been, yeah, you can write like that as well. Both has been entered. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, correct. Both ended and ongoing has been entered. It's not had been, it has been entered. Yeah.
oh, I did it. Okay. Has been entered. Is correct, right?
Yes. You can say please correct. Yeah. You can always say like if you are a data manager who wants to be very clear, you will say please remove one of the response. You could write like that. You can write like please correct. That's also okay. Please remove one of the response. Yeah. So it has to be always two separate lines. Yeah, you don't have to correct it, but as I'm saying that
I changed something. Yeah, I think. Let me go back. I think
just say back. It will go back. No,
yeah.
it just.
I think yeah. I don't know where did it go now.
No, you just say click on a query. Just double click on that. Yeah, open it. Yeah. So yeah. So it's like usually common English. So when you have both ended and ongoing has been entered full stop, and then you should write please remove one of the response. Yeah. So sometimes the companies are very, very strict about how the data manager is writing queries because as I mentioned, it's the image of the company. Okay?
Yeah. When you have to do like very like.
Yeah, you have to be your English, everything you should be very, very, so it's basically logical. It's not a rocket science, but when you write it like grammar and some things, these has to be correct because some sponsors, they're very, very critical. Okay. Because they said, okay, we don't want, we want the best queries to be sent to the site. Okay. Then your next one was reported term of adverse event. Signs and if yes, please explain in short term. Each symptom has to be separate line. What exactly you wanted to
symptoms like if it's vomiting and they will I was just reading in sheet as it says that vomiting and nausea should not be in like both.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, so this is a very good example where we say it is not a front end check, it's a back end check first. So first as a data manager, you will sometimes what we do is we call it as a manual check. Okay. So we add a row, we say that program checks and manual checks. The first two what we did was a program check. Okay. The third one, that's why the requirement is that your requirement is that two terms should not be reported together. Yeah, like what you said. And then as a data manager, you will not query like if yes, this one. Okay. So let's remove your variable is correct. Your field name is correct. Let's remove I understand your point, but remember always that so in this format, then can you add a row before form name because you have added both. Just before go to form name tab, form name row, the first row. You don't have to do anything. Just go to on the form name. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, just click on their form name. Yeah. Insert. Yeah. Insert column to the left. Column to the left. Column. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you were in the other tab. Can you do?
And control C.
Yeah. Just go back. Just say yeah. And go to the form name. Click on the form name. Click on the word form name. Click on the. No, you are still not on the form name. Okay. You're on the form name. Okay. Yeah. This. Yeah. Now enter.
Enter
now
the on the left or right?
To the left.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Can you just say here for query? Sorry. Type. Just say type. TYPE type. Then go to the second row. Second row is a programmed one. First one you can actually delete. There is no query. So this one you can delete off because you don't have any requirements for subject ID. You can keep it. We will come to that. You have missed one check. So we'll come to that. So second one is a program check.
Okay. So here I have to write program check?
Right, programmed. Yeah, you just say programmed. As of now, yeah. So it's programmed. Yeah, MMED.
Programmed.
Yeah. So this one, next one is also programmed because the programmer can program it.
Okay.
Yeah, the next one is a manual. Just now we discussed, right? So we will now write the check. Yeah. So if you come now, what is your requirement is in this your requirement is that so it's not signs and symptoms. So you should so your requirement for the third check, this is okay. You can say where signs and symptoms is written there you should come now requirements.
Requirements here, right?
Yes. So you're doing this. Yeah. So signs and symptoms should be split. Should be always split. So this is fine. So you say signs and symptoms. It's correct. Just add to this signs and symptoms. After that, you say should be always split.
Okay. Okay. Should be always in different line or something, or
always split. So we can call it split. So you should not have two on them in the same one. Yeah. So then you go to the query message. Yeah, this is not the query message. So you just So or you can just say. Actually, your requirement is this one, what you have written here. Each symptoms, you have copied it from C dash. Each symptom has to be in separate line.
Yeah.
Can you just copy that? That is your requirement actually.
Oh, okay. So like delete everything here, sign and symptom.
Delete and say that each symptoms. It's the same thing. It means same, but you can just don't delete the column. Just say delete. Just click delete on yours. Just select that. You are done correct. Select. Yeah, and you can. You don't need that. Yeah, copy that first. Then I will tell you. Yeah, you don't need that. If yes, please explain. So you just say the last line. Each symptoms has to be in separate line. That's your requirement. So if you are not the data manager, anyone else is reading it, they will know that this is a manual check that I have to do. So can you remove the first line? If yes, no, in the requirement itself, remove that first line. Why do you need the first line? What is the first line telling? What is the requirement for the first line? If yes, please explain in short term.
Yeah, if they had the adverse event term, like what kind of term they have, like they had nausea or they have like headache or something. So
that anyway will be there, but that's not your check.
Okay.
So if they have reported only nausea, it's not a problem with you.
Okay.
What's your problem is that if they have reported nausea and fever, then you have to query to say split nausea in a separate line and fever in a separate line.
Okay. So yeah, if like, okay, so we don't have
that
to.
That is also not required. Please explain in short term because that is already there.
And I can remove the code because I thought like maybe code.
Remove till the term. Remove everything till the term. That's not your problem. What I hear from you, you are checking everything. Remove it. Remove. Please explain in short term. That's not. You're not. That's what is the requirement. Please explain in short term. Your requirement is each symptoms has to be in separate line.
Okay. Okay.
Like think that you are not the data manager. There's another data manager who's doing it, and you have written it. So that data manager, when they read that each symptoms has to be in the separate line, they have to go to the AE listing and they will see that there is nothing. I think you're trying to save it and it's going on.
Yeah, I think it's next to that click button, and I think it's going to that. And I just want to, like, you know, when class is done, at least I want to see what thing I did, like, you know. So yeah, now it's good.
Yeah, I think it's better you save the document also. I don't know what. Okay, it's in auto save, not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's auto save. Yeah.
If it's a If it's another data manager, they come here and they read, okay, what Sindhu has written. She's saying each symptom has to be in separate line. That means I have to go and check.
Okay.
Maybe you can make this as bigger. Where is that?
Yeah, it's
Can you
not
go
let
to the, can you go to the green one? No, can you go on this sheet, the blue, green on your left?
this
Left
one?
top.
No. Yeah, this this
click on that. Yeah, click on that. Yeah.
Got it.
And I think because you are in, can you go to layout? Can you go on top on that layout? Yeah. And you say orientation. Second one, orientation. Yeah, click on that. Just click. Yeah, and you say yeah.
Portrait, you want to do portrait or landscape is better for you?
No, because your message was so big, right?
Yeah.
Usually
So
we will do this in Excel. We never do in Word document because it's always easier to do in Excel. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay for you to do it in Word document, but always remember usually edit checks are in Excel.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the third one. Let's do that each symptoms has to be separate. The query is not correct. So if you tell the site, if yes, then please explain in code list each symptom. The site will say what is the DM telling me? So this query is not correct message. So you come to the query message.
Just give me a
So your query message should be you're telling the site, for example, because this is fever and nausea, but as of now, this is a generic one you are making, right?
So,
yeah. So just remove,
everything.
Yeah, you can keep symptoms. Okay, you can keep the last line.
Okay.
Because you're telling the site that each symptoms has to be in separate line. And then after that you write, please split the AE, the adverse event terms.
And this one here?
No, you just say please split and write. You just type and then you will read, you will understand. So you say please split. Please split the adverse event term. Just write it. Don't say full. Yeah, the adverse event term. Yeah. Try not to give A because site doesn't know what is AE. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is your query message. So you should always never use abbreviation for site. So it's adverse event term.
Event term.
Please, and then you just put a bracket because you don't know this when you are querying this is a manual query, right? So when you're querying it, you will write nausea plus vomiting, or if they have said nausea plus vomiting plus fever, then you will write that. But
nausea.
you never write that in the query message.
Oh,
because
okay.
this is a template you are doing. It could be something else, like it could be fever, headache, pain. So you don't know it. So what you do is you just keep the bracket for the DM to enter.
Okay.
So you just say the term and you can color it as a red so that the DM enters. Yeah, you can put it as ... That's fine.
Okay.
So the DM usually knows. Usually we'll never give like ... because for you ... is so split the adverse event term and you can mention enter the term as reported in the CRF and make it red.
Okay.
So but remember to make it red so that the data manager know that I have to go and change the query message.
Okay.
You understand my point? Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to make the term inside red color, right?
Yeah, no, it's not the red color. So you are telling this is a template you are making. And then this is what you will check every time for a study.
Okay.
Right? So it could be that when you are checking, you saw there's a term reported as nausea, fever, and vomiting. Okay. Then you will put nausea, fever, and vomiting.
Okay.
Right? Never give red. Red in US, it's you shouting at them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, got it. Like whatever the term.
You color them red because you want to know that you have to change this when you are querying it to the site.
Okay.
So if you are not the data manager, I am the data manager, when I come to your message, I will know, okay, I have to, my eyes will go to the